So with that, I'll introduce to you Gregg.
Yes, also thank you to all the staff and everyone who helped put this together and who's kind of manning the tours now, and the Friends of Bayside High School Board of Directors doing a great job. This is the 80th anniversary. 80 years serving a community. It's quite a respectable amount of time. It takes us through the Great Depression. It takes us through World War II, it takes us through the Korean War, the Vietnam War, which is my era, a number of other conflicts since then. And it takes us through a significant amount of world and human events. It takes us through the beginning. Bayside High School was here at the beginning of television. It was here at the beginning of unfortunately, it was here for the assassination of some famous beloved presidents and some other world leaders. It's been here for a number of great technological breakthroughs, the computer revolution, the breaking of the sound barrier, the landing on the moon, the shuttling of astronauts through the clouds to live on space stations, and for us to explore other planets and even other galaxies. This was the stuff that was the imagination of science fiction writers just years before this school opened. So if you take a look at what's happened during the time that Bayside High School has been here, it's been an astronomical change in who we are as a species, and wonderful change. So we're looking at how fast we're evolving, and look at what's taking place here, and it's wonderful stuff. We also, speaking of astronauts, we have an astronaut of our own. One of the first Baysiders to venture out into space, Claire Schulman, one of our Queensborough presidents, was her daughter, Ellen Schulman Baker. She was the first Bayside High School graduate to venture out into space. So that's pretty exciting stuff that we have our first space person. And in fact, Bayside High School has produced a number of famous graduates and legendary rock bands. There's a band called Bayside, doing very well. There's movie stars, TV stars. We know everyone watches, anyone who's watched Shark Tank, you know that Damon John, one of our graduates, God bless him for that. We've also had a number of, this I find interesting, we're referenced everywhere in movies. In Good Morning Vietnam, Robin Williams' character comes from Bayside. In the movie Frequency with Dennis Quaid, he comes from Bayside. There's a Seinfeld, George Costanza came from Bayside. So we're just referenced all over the place. I find that very interesting. We also have produced our sports heroes. And we have two brothers, not the Mannings that everybody knows today, but we have Derek and Ronnie Harmon. These are two graduates that both went on to have Super Bowl rings. So we even produce Super Bowl winners. You have to love what Bayside is and what it's been for the community. It is with the impressive roster that I just started to speak about, astronauts, sports figures, musicians. We've actually dedicated this new upcoming alumni directory to the notoriety of the graduates that have been here. And so in addition to the first alumni directory that's been published in over a decade, we're dedicating that to the famous people that have come out of the school. And then we also, I think Jay mentioned, we have an 80th anniversary celebration coming up on June 11th. That everyone should attend. The seating is limited. You want to get a reservation soon. It's going to be a wonderful event, but it's coming up on June 11th, and it is limited seating. Those of us that have been privileged enough, as I have, to have gone to this school, myself included, as one goes, we've had a long line of inspirational principals that have led and shepherded the school and maintained Bayside's educational status is one of the highest in New York. And that legacy of carrying that torch of one of the best high schools anyone could go to in New York is now carried on by our wonderful leader, the calm and commanding Michael Affey. and so thank you very much. Really appreciate it. everyone being here. Make sure you sign up for that gala anniversary party on the 11th if you'd like to.